and gentlemen.
Activision presents a smashing blast from the past. Fasten your seatbelts for a Beanox recreation.
Today, they're starting up Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled. Which is gonna feel really weird for playing this on this account because there's gonna be a lack of characters and other things, and also have to do this. But you have to do this, and it's just, and also there's gonna be, like I said, a lack of characters and all that stuff. But we're through it. We got it done. Today we're just doing the adventure mode. That's what I'm doing with this account. What do we have here? Oh, it's just showing me that ring race is a thing. That was added later on. But anyway. So now let's start with this account. And we're doing Nitro-Fueled. And we're going on easy, we're going hard mode. No. Let's stick with medium. Make it a little interesting. So let's get started. And the character we're going to start out as is, yeah, Crash. Let's see. Look at the amount that's like locked. I've unlocked so much on my regular account though. It's funny. Well, I guess it's funny. I don't know. Hello, Chaos Christie. I just now looked at the chat there. But anyway, let's get started with Crash Bandicoot. We're gonna go. I usually do acceleration, so let's go ahead and get that started, and we'll yeah. We'll wait for the cutscene. Of course, about maybe a third of this, about a third, or well, probably more than that. About half of this is going to be loading screens. I love this game, but man, loading screens, they take a bit. Even on this more powerful Xbox One X. I don't know about the Series X, but you know. We'll be quiet now for the cutscene.
Greetings, creatures of this planet. I come to compete.
So, you pesky Earth slugs like to race, eh? Well, I, Nitrous Oxide, am the fastest racer in the galaxy. I travel the stars looking for creatures to test my skills.
It's a little game I call Survival of the Fastest. Here's the way we play.
I challenge the best driver of your world to a race for the planet. If your driver wins,
I'll leave your miserable little rock alone. But if I win, I will turn your entire globe into a
concrete parking lot and make you my minions. Get ready to race for the fate of your planet.
Let's go!
Something I forgot to do was turn on subtitles. How to read.
Welcome to the adventure area. You can travel around this area and practice your driving skills. The dots and stars on the map represent warp pads which lead to races. When they flash, it signifies they are open to play. To access a racetrack, drive into a warp pad that has an active warp vortex, and it will take you to the track's starting line. Finish the track in first place to win a trophy. As you collect more trophies, other tracks will unlock. Good luck, and drive fast.
Thank you, thank you. And of course, if I was using a villain character, it would have been Uka Uka telling me all that.
To access this track, you must first collect the number of trophies required to turn on the warp pad. To get trophies, you must race other open tracks and come in first place.
In fact, I'll show you what I mean.
To open this door, you must come in first place in all 4 races of this area.
Okay. But yeah, shoot. Switching back to Crash. 'Cause I was just doing that for a moment. Alright. Checking my phone there.
You must have 2 boss keys to open this door. You can race a boss after beating all 4 tracks in an area. Beat the boss in a boss race, and the key is your prize.
Isn't that neat?
This is the load save screen. There are 5 of these screens, 1 in each world section. When you want to load or save a game, go to one of these screens. To access it, drive up to the screen and follow the directions.
Yeah. Okay. Backup account, I guess. Why not? Didn't actually mean to do that, but you know. Alright, so no more tutorials for now, Eku. Ah, well.
You must have a boss key to open this door. You can race a boss after beating all 4 tracks in an area. Beat the boss in a boss race, and the key is your prize.
Why, thank you. So anyway, now that that's over with, let's go take... I don't know if there's going to be a tutorial there or not. But we're going to go here, and probably what I'll do is, I don't know if I'm just going to stick with Crash, or if I'm actually going to, like, use different characters. Every time I, you know, go into a new race and stuff. So yeah. Those are words. Sorry, I just saw my phone there and I got distracted. So, I think I have a plan for whenever I need to pause it and stuff, so that no background noise will be heard, just in case anything's private and, you know, we're trying to hide the body. I mean, oh yeah, and then there's these things where you get 200 Wampa fruits. Not that I'm trying to do this, because I'm just, for this account, I'm just doing the adventure mode. But it'd be really nice if I was able to catch up to it and get it in time. But I guess I'll have to wait until next time. No, I didn't get it. For a moment I was like, no, I got it. No, I didn't get it. Oh boy. Shoot, I missed it. I was distracted by so many things at once. Whee! Woohoo! Can I get this little orb? Get it, get it, get it. Oh. You can't actually hit it with the, with certain weapons and stuff. Come to me, my pretty. Thank you. I got it. This might possibly go by quickly because, I mean, if I can win these races and stuff. Just depending on how long it takes me to get through the game, I'll probably do what I've done for, like Crash Insane Trilogy and, Spiral Reignited, where I save getting everything else in, like, the main mode and stuff for a later stream. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. It depends on how much, time it takes me and stuff. Oh yeah, and every time you race as a character you haven't raced as before, you unlock a costume. And I got that much because this is, yeah. There is a big problem, there is one big problem. I love this game, but there are some big problems with it. One of the things is, to earn anything, you can play this offline all you want, but to earn anything, I think just about anything, you have to be online. And the reason they do that is because, if you earn if they want to see you earning the Wampa coins, but the Wampa coins, most of the okay, so the characters, as far as I can remember, cost 1,500 Wampa coins. And you saw, even when I got that thing right there, I only got, like even without that thing, it would have only been, like, 32 Wampa coins. Yeah, it would have been only 32. Out of, like, trying to get one character,
Congratulations. You win a trophy. You can go faster through turns by power sliding. Press the power slide button while performing a hard turn.
Gotcha. I'll be earning a bunch of stuff.
Congratulations. You have just earned your first customization item. You can change and customize your character and cart in the pause menu.
Why, thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry this may end up taking a bit, but I will be right back. And what I'm going to do is, let's see here. I'm going to do this. Maybe that'll dim the screen, and yeah. So I will be right back. I'm back, folks. Sorry, I had to potty. Alright, so now we're going to customize. Let's randomize it. What are we going to get? We got engine and a... Alright then. I can't remember what flag that is. Let me check and see what flag that is. This is the... I don't know. Oh, Denmark. Well, got engine riding in a green. Oh yeah, I forgot about this stuff. Yeah. Just a little something extra to do, so I'm just gonna do this. Yeah. If I can get that. Ah. Well, eventually I may get it. Okay, so I know I gotta bounce off of this bridge here. And they just put it like right out of reach. There we go. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this one next. Ruse tubes. To rubes. I don't know. Whee! So anyway, yeah, and then there'll be another one of those in the next world. There's speed. I'm thinking, okay, so like I was saying earlier, before I forget what I was gonna say earlier, my problem is, whenever, shoot, let's put that behind me, but, my problem with this game, and problems with everyone else, is that, my problem with the game is that, like I said, you have to be online to really earn anything, and a lot of the stuff is online, and the reason that you only get minimal peanuts compared to how much stuff costs on here, the reason is that you can't okay, the reason, oh yeah, and you also have that stuff, but the reason that they give you so little is because they want you to spend money, extra money, through microtransactions. And while technically that is completely optional, it's still very scummy to do that. Like, it's very scummy to make it to where you are tempted to do that. Now, luckily, I have spent. I will admit I have spent a little bit on this game before, but luckily, the game is fun, and I'm able to just drive through, get through it, and earn a lot of the Wampa coins and all that stuff, and technically, the way they've updated the game and stuff, technically the game is everything you unlock is technically cosmetic, even technically the characters. But it still would be nice to be able to just have access to all the characters and make everything else cosmetic, you know? Well, in general, it'd be nice just to...
You win a trophy! To get a turbo boost while power sliding, wait until the smoke from your exhaust turns black, then press the power slide button. If you wait too long, you'll hear a backfire sound and miss your chance for a boost.
Alright, customization. Genius. Alright, so now we're going to randomize. And we've got metal Cortex here. A special unlockable costume that I think it's because I got like the special edition or whatever that I was able to unlock it early. It's kind of funny though, most of these characters that you get like in the standard game, if you notice, a majority of them have, well, a lot of them have Uka Uka mask, the Uka Uka mask, because a lot of them are villains. There wasn't like a whole lot of hero characters at the time on in the Crash universe. Not a lot anyway, but let's see. Driving prowls. I could technically play this with the classic music on if I wanted to. May save that for something else though. Possibly. I can't remember if you get an achievement for every... I don't think you get an achievement for every shortcut you take. But I think like you get an achievement if you get them all. If you go through all the shortcuts, you get, you know... Those who haven't played this game before, but have played the original, this one does feel quite different, because it kind of mixes up... I love doing that. It kind of mixes up, what am I trying to say here? It mixes up, the feeling of the, it mixes up the feeling of the original CTR and Nitro Kart from Crash Team Nitro Kart. You know, I've really tried to get into Nitro Kart. Like that's a game that I just could not get into as well because it just, the feeling is just not really all that great. The way you control the kart and stuff. Not bad, just, you know, it just feels very off. You know. By the way, if you notice, this game has never come out on PC. At least as of right now, it's not available on PC under normal means. I mean, I'm sure someone could do something, but and that's probably because of now it's very possible that they just couldn't get it to run on the PC, but wouldn't surprise me if they didn't put it on there because they don't want everyone unlocking everything early through PC and not potentially, you know, unlock Wampa coin or buy Wampa coins and stuff. But it doesn't affect me personally because I'm not a PC player. But, you know, still kind of, you know, still not very good. I mean, it's like I said, it's possible that they just couldn't get it to run on the PC because I think they actually tried it on the PC, or there was some kind of file that hinted at having a PC version, but it obviously never come out. But it's possible that they were just testing it out, you know, testing the waters and stuff, seeing how it floats. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I was gonna mention this earlier, but I'm thinking sometime of having something. Hold on.
You win a trophy. When you get a TNT crate on your head, start hopping immediately. If you react fast and hop enough times, the TNT crate will fall off your head before it explodes.
Now let's randomize. This time we've got Pura, but I think I want to change the cart. There we go. It's number 9. Anyway, I think sometime, if I can get it set up and whenever I can get Xbox Gold again, I may set it up to where I'll have, like, some certain times where I'll, play online, with other people who want to play, and I'll probably use my regular account then. Because, you know, because I'll have more characters to choose from, so. Hello, whoever's here. Let's see that I have 2 viewers now, so. It's hilarious somehow. Yeah, I'll think on that, like, when it comes to playing online and stuff. Yep, I always take this shortcut, or anytime I can. So I did get an achievement for that one at least. Oh shoot, I forgot about the. I kind of forgot about those. I may or may not do that, but like, basically there's a thing where you can unlock a character through getting those boxes. Those Beanox boxes. Beanoxes, I don't know. Let's see here. Get back up there, yeah. Well, now I know the real shortcut is jumping off of the bridge there, but yeah, these boxes right here is what I'm talking about. I mean, I know that the real shortcut is the real shortcut is jumping off the bridge. Let's see here. But I'm just gonna take the regular way just because. White Tiger Purra. Let's say, Jesus, already been 38 minutes, but part of that has been whenever I was getting prepared to share this everywhere, and the other part is from whenever I had to use the bathroom. But again, this game though altogether shouldn't take, at least doing the adventure mode, shouldn't take that long. But again, I don't know for sure if I'll decide to have a later stream where I two tigers next to each other. Although Tiny looks like a, well, he's a white tiger, but he always looked like a bear to me. But anyway, yeah. Oh, cutscene. Well, that's cool. Let me change this real quick. Well, first I'm going to randomize that. But we're not using engine again. We're going to use, who have we not used yet? We'll go from one tiger to another. But again, I wanna change this because hold on, let me audio subtitles. There we go. In case there's any other types of, you know, of like cutscenes that, you know, that like the beginning cutscene, I'd forgotten to turn them on and they weren't on, and I couldn't understand a word they were saying. I was joking. The choice is yours. Already watched that. I like how they remix the music for every boss in this. Like, it's the same theme, but they kind of remix it, add a little more instruments, like to match the character that you're racing. I like that. Because you know, in the original CTR, they made it to where it's just the it's the same theme every time, even the last boss. Oh shoot. Okay then. Oh. Yeah, my phone's ringing, but I know who that is. I don't have to answer. Let's see here. And we are done. I got an achievement for get through the boss challenge without getting hit by any of their power-ups. For me, that's not as hard because I'm so used to playing through this game. And I unlocked Tiny Doberman. Ripperoo. I think I unlocked Ripperoo this time. But you usually unlock him in a different one. The original one, you unlock him after doing a certain cup, yeah. Grand Prix. Grand Prix.
Congratulations on opening this new area. Here, you will find 4 more tracks to race. Good luck.
Okay. There is one thing I want to do first. I do want to get these crystal challenges out of the way during this playthrough. But first we're going to randomize, and the character we'll use Coco.
Collect every crystal in the arena before the time runs out. If you get them all, you will win a prize.
These are kind of... This is one of those things where I either do it really quickly, or more times than not, I end up having to start over a lot because it feels like they don't give me enough time to collect all these. But usually the first level, obviously, is easier. Second level always seems like the hardest to me. Well, it just depends again. Yeah, I just have to collect all the crystals. I wish that you had a wider hitbox, or these things had wider hitboxes. That way, you know, you don't have to just touch the exact pixel of them. Or something, or they come to you, or whatever. I guess I'd make it too easy, but like, I feel like they're too. It feels like they're too skinny at times, and you know, yeah. Let's see. Let me get that. And believe it or not, whenever I've been playing this, I haven't used Crash or Coco or any of them in a long time because.
And that's how it's done.
Yeah, that's how it's done. By the way, whoever's watching, if you happen to be commenting and I haven't been replying, then my chat is messed up and I can't see what you're saying, but like, that's if you're commenting. I don't know that for sure. It seems to work so far because there's other things in the chat right now, but I don't know. But basically, I'm not ignoring you if you happen to be commenting. Third time is the charm. Yeah, I like to get these over with. So many people were pointing out that, like...
The more Wumpa Fruit you collect, the faster your cart will go. If you collect and hold 10 Wumpa Fruits, you'll be juiced up, and your power-up will become more potent.
Will. I've been able to do something like where I was able to drive and then like I had to wait for that thing to get done, and I'm just doing that, you know. Well, anyway, time to go on through.
You must first collect the required number of relics to race this track.
What if I don't want to? What if I want to do it now? They say something different whenever you go up to Oxide's door. To his gate or whatever.
You don't have the 4 boss keys to open this door. Beat each boss to get a key, and when you have all 4 keys, come back here to race Oxide.
Gotcha. Okay, let me go ahead and randomize the character. We haven't used Polar yet, so that's who we will use. Tick boom. You can press B when a bowling bomb is rolling to make it explode on the spot. I have to take a minute whenever I'm reading. Pack. People were complaining so much about we're talking about how much like Beanox would put give Coco more costumes than like anybody. I think people forget that the character who has just as many costumes as Coco is Crash. I think that's how it is. I think the reason for that is that, like, you know, whoever wants to use the boy or the girl or whatever, they'll have just as many costumes as each other. I was about to pause it and see, but you can't check here during a race. Something I kind of wish they would have done is like either have a racetrack, like maybe have a racetrack to where it like goes across all the hub worlds and stuff. Like have it in a way where it, you know, feels like a racetrack, but either that or have it to where or also have a like all those places be battle arenas or something. That would have been really cool and interesting. Grizzly Polar. So yeah, we've already got a track done in the second world, and well, you know, and we're still less than an hour through it. I mean, not that the other Crash games really took me that long anyway, but you know. Good old Polar.
Congratulations, you win a trophy. To get around a tight turn, or to face a direction quickly, use the brake slide by pressing and holding the brake button while turning hard.
Thank you, that's some fantastic advice. Now we're going to use... Okay, Ripperoo. That's fine. Yeah, we'll use this card. Wait, I need to... Isn't it? Not there. Yeah, it's over here. Next area. Whee! Bissell died. Ooh. Like a temple. Like how there's like a king tiger or something, whatever up there, is standing so proud. I can't remember if you I can't remember if ah shoot. Shoot me. I'll shoot. Let's see. There we go. Of course, way ahead of the golden Wampa fruit thing. That's okay. Wait. Still coming. Oh shoot, I don't want to... I don't need to go behind though. I'll just get it some other time. Get it. There we go. Oh my gosh. Oh shoot. Gosh darn it. Ah! Do have it on medium mode, not easy mode, so I can't. Gosh, hard mode though, I feel like hard mode is too hard. Like easy and medium, like medium's obviously a little more challenging than easy. But then like hard mode just kicks it up way too high. Like it feels like hard mode should have been like a separate thing, like expert mode or something. That's basically what hard mode is in this game, is expert mode. And while I have played the crap out of this game, I have not, you know, I'm not an expert at this game, basically. See, I think it's still Uka Uka that talks with Ripperoo, possibly. Oh gosh, I'm tired. Oh. I'm always tired on these. Step up your game. It's like right next to me is a panda or whatever.
Congratulations! You win a trophy! You can get hang time turbo from jumping. The longer you're in the air, the bigger the boost you'll get when you land. For a bigger boost, get extra air by hopping off jumps using the hop button.
So I think the one that was the Dingle Dial costume that was next to me was I believe like a panda costume he had, or use engine. So next let's use Dingle Dial. Speaking of. So, like, as far as I know of, you can still earn this stuff without, like, you can still earn, some things without, what do you call it, you can still earn some of the stuff without, being online, I think. I could be wrong on that. I would try it, but I kind of need to be online right now to run this, to run Twitch. So, you know, but hopefully I'm not too loud in your ear there. Yeah, I've been keeping the microphone like up above, like near my forehead, because you can still hear me, but I'm not like talking like this into the mic the whole time. I do like how, what am I trying to say here? I do like how in this game they actually added some, little more, I mean, obviously they added more detail to the stuff, but like they added more variety in like what characters are here and stuff, and yep, took 2 shortcuts, and this is a 3rd one that okay, it's not exclusive to this one. I think I was able to do it on the original version too, but like yeah. Like Dingle Dial said. Let's see here. Just gonna guarantee my spot in first. Just hear Coco in the background. I'm not gonna take that shortcut though right now. I'm just gonna do this. But like they added the lions and some of the like the hunters and stuff, and they added they just added more to this to detail. Like they have elements. Because if you notice, Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled, or excuse me, Crash Team Racing, the original version, I've already done it 500 times. But if you notice that, if you notice in the original,
You call that racing?
like the original Crash Team Racing, if you notice, Gorilla, Dingle Dial, maybe that was a Gorilla one I saw earlier. But if you notice in the original CTR, the only real representation of Crash 3 was in, was like Dingle Dial and Purra and stuff like that, but like a majority of like the environments and stuff were more so based on like Crashes 1 and 2, and 3 didn't really have much of a representation. So they were kind of Sonic 1 and 2ing it. No, I don't know. They were kind of, ew.
Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Hey! Congratulations! You win a trophy!
I guess all the advice is already done. Now to randomize and then possibly choose another character anyway. We have not used Crunch yet. Let's do Crunch, and we'll do Beanox Crunch. Beanox Racer Crunch. Oh wait, we already did that. First, let me go get that the egg. Lived in another part of the U.S. Egg. Did I get it? I think I did. No, I didn't. I remember when I was a kid, like whenever I'd play the original CTR, I would always shoot, I wasn't fast enough there. Whenever I would play the original CTR, I would try to jump to the beat of the music whenever it go dun 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 dun, you know, that kind of thing. Got it. Okay. I think it's actually here that you actually unlock the character. Like you go over here. That's where, and like you place all the eggs there. You unlock King Chicken, and not the King Chicken from Duckman. Dingo's Canyon. Just a reminder. Anyone who might possibly be chatting, I don't know. You all may just be watching in general, and I'm just repeating this, and I'm just making a fool of myself. But if you do happen to be chatting right now, I for some reason can't see it. So, I'm just trying to be sure that you all understand that I'm not ignoring you if you are chatting. Not that this is gonna matter whenever this reaches YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, or this is after it was live, you know.
You're sure taking your sweet time.
Yeah, honestly, Crunch was one of the only good things to come out of one of the only good things to come out of Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex, the original Crash 4. Like basically, the original Crash Bandicoot, or the original, excuse me, Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex. Crunch was a pretty good idea. But fortunately he wasn't in Crash 4, like the one that's called Crash Bandicoot 4 everywhere. But you know. Hopefully he'll, like, you know, there was some Easter eggs and stuff in Crunch, but like, hopefully he'll make an appearance maybe in the next Crash game, and that next official, in the storyline and stuff. Let's see here. Honestly, the only characters that were introduced in.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
The only new characters that were introduced in Crash 4 were technically just the Quantum Masks and stuff. I mean, yeah, you technically also had alternate universe Tana and alternate universe Entropy, like the female version of Entropy. But Otherwise, you basically just had the like regular gang like Crash and Coco, Aku, Cortex, Entropy, like regular Entropy, Uka, Embryo, Engine. I mean, there's a lot of returning faces in Dingodile and all them, but like, you know. I mean, okay, you do have some new like NPCs and like enemies and stuff, but you know what I mean. Like it's basically there's basically hardly anything new there in terms of characters.
Papu much tired of watching puny slugs race so slow. Papu wanting action to lay Boom down big and prove Papu is world's best driver. Papu moves so fast, you munch tracks.
I could go to see, and we are using. Now, right now, we're gonna use Geary. We're gonna use Beanox Geary. Yeah, Geary was one of the only characters in like the standard pack until they had the Beanox thing. Geary was the only one in the standard pack to not, like, whenever the game first came out, to not have an alternate costume, other than like different skins that you can unlock by using him. Because already seen all that. I played this game so much that I was able to get through it like this, and it's kind of funny. I'm so used to this game. I'm so used to it that playing the original CTR, it almost feels foreign to me now, because I played so much of this version. Like, despite the fact that I had been playing the original CTR off and on, but like I've been playing it off and on almost since it came out.
A few times now.
Yeah, I've been playing it off and on since it came out, just about, and I was so used to the physics of that one, but I've played so much of this game. I'm pretty sure I might have actually played more of this than over the years with the original CTR. I don't remember for sure though. I'd have to really look at it. But I used to play the heck out of the original one, so it's just that this one, honestly, I find it better than the original, which is weird for me to say for some things. But I find it better than the original version. The only problem is the original version, at some point in the future, will be one of the only playable versions. Unless I'm able to keep this, and unless like my newer systems survive enough.
Machines will always win.
Now we've got Papu unlocked.
Papu not himself today. Maybe Papu not eating a big breakfast. You are fast for being so small. Here's key to help. Oxide much bigger problem for you. Him not as big, but him much more grumpy.
him much more grumpy. Oh. Oh. I am getting hungry, so I better not talk as much, because whenever I talk a lot, when I'm getting hungry and stuff, you know, it kind of takes more energy out of me. So right now, I probably will only make little jabs here and there, you know. Ugh. Area. I guess they didn't talk to me because I'm not using a character that... Oh well. And, oh yeah, there we go. So I planned on using anyway. Hey, puppy. Of course, as a kid, as kids, we would make a joke and say poo 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 poo, oh poo. There's a character in, like, from Earthbound, I think, called Pooh. Like, actually P-O-O. And I'm just like, okay, maybe in Japan, that's, you know, that's a regular name there. Maybe not, I don't know. But I was just thinking, if a character like this is going to be taken seriously, if a character named Pooh will be taken seriously, people will have no excuse to say that Sonic's a game for babies and they can't take that serious. You know what I mean? But I should probably quit talking as much. I don't know. I'll see how I feel. But yeah, it feels like this place is too... This is especially an area where I wish it would just, like, either magnetize to you if you're close enough, or if you're, like, you know, they count and stuff. But, you know. Okay. Are there any more? Need to step up the game. Yeah. Gosh darn, I'm missing them.
Should have eaten bigger breakfast.
I like how, like, whenever you lose, it's just like, whenever you lose, it's like, oh shoot, you lost, that's not good. And then at the end, but hey, try again, do, you know. Okay, let me go ahead and get all these. Got the TNT off of my head. Here. Just about all of them. And that one. There we go. For some reason I thought I had less than I did, but I'm happy now. Alright, continue. To be contended. No downtime. Anyway, now we'll switch back to, or we'll switch to, yeah, I'll just leave it be. I'll just hit randomize and whoever's there is there. Alright, let's see here. I would be saving it more, but autosave is on, so, you know. There have been times whenever the game would have to load because I'd come in here and then, like, not everything would be loaded up yet. Which is kind of funny. Offense or defense? You decide. Either way, you'll have a blast. I don't know. I should have put down, I should have made this, CTR, playing CTR Nitro-Fueled Adventure Mode. Or, like, Adventure Mode in CTR or something like that. Oh well. Because, I mean, that's basically what I'm playing, so... There we go. Numbers were getting really confused there. It's like, wait, did he do it? Did he? Is he ahead? Is he ahead? Woohoo! I made it. I make it over there. I did it! It's a miracle to get. Okay, so like. Easiest is obviously that beginning one. The medium one is when you're trying to get across the water here, which apparently is possible in the original version of CTR. It's really hard. But yeah, just doing this though, this is where it's a little tougher. Oh, I did it though. What do you know? Yeah, hopefully, I do hope that Crunch makes it to the next Crash game.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Record time. In Ring Rally, the faster you complete a lap, the more points you'll be earning.
Congratulations, you win a trophy.
Four. No. Must have 3 boss keys. So I think the egg is either over here. Oh yeah, it's up there. Oh yeah. All right. Whatever. Yeah. Oh. Some of these are pretty hard to get. Well, some. I say some, but like there's only like 5, I think, altogether. 4 or 5. Yeah. Okay, I didn't get it. All right, let's see here. Can I do this? I don't want to do that. I don't want to do the load screen right now. Got it. Okay. Speaking of, I better get it. I need to also get it from, oh yeah. I need to also get it from here. Why aren't these things aren't activated? Not from here. What am I thinking? From the from Oxide's place. Oh, it's acting all weird right now. That's why nothing was loaded up yet. Alright, so the egg is, where? I'm trying to remember where it's at here. It might be over here? Yeah, it's right here. This one shouldn't be too hard. And then watch it take me many, many tries. Yeah, it's like just out of reach. Eh. Got it. Okay. That means there's just one more to go. Now everything's loading up. Yeah. Now we can get back to racing. Get back to racing, mate. Although I think I want to use Papu Papu because I think he's the only one I have not unlocked. Okay, I haven't unlocked the costume for Coco yet. So, or you know, an alternate skin for Coco. So that's who I'm going to use for now. So I used Coco. So far, I've only used Coco and Papu Papu to unlock to do the crystal challenges. Stretch. Oh. Oh. Stretchlings. Boost up that turbo. Dragon mines. Are we dragging this out? You know, I get that the Komodo brothers are, you know, Komodo dragons, but like, I get that they're Komodo dragons, but it really didn't make much sense to call these dragon mines as much sense. So the fact that they added an actual dragon makes it a little, you know, a little better. Whoa, 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 let's not crowd up the track here. Come on, fellers. Right, hopefully I can get a shield for the next thing. I don't know for sure though. Well, this is the shortcut, quote unquote, I'm trying to take. Are you carrying them Spyro gems? Yeah, shoot. Well, I got the achievement at least. At least there's that. There we go.
That's how it's done.
Yes. Blue cocoa. More so on the hair, but you know. Wee. Oh gosh. Well, we've already watched your thing there, Coco, so we're just gonna go... Yeah.
Congratulations, you win a trophy.
Team Cortex. Now we're gonna randomize and then choose Papu Papu, where he has his face on there. What a coincidence. I need to go back this way. So now we are doing Polar Pass. Do 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 do. There's the big old polar bear right there. It's kind of funny though. In the original version, you see him in like the adventure mode and stuff, but you don't see him in like time trial. I find that kind of strange.
You so slow.
kind of wondering, while I'm playing a kart racer, it just came to me though. I have thought about this before, obviously, and many people have thought about this before, but kind of wonder, will Mario Kart 8 get a sequel? Will there be a new Mario Kart, like a quote-unquote Mario Kart 9 on the Switch? Because so far there's only been one Mario Kart on the Switch. Well, it's usually one Mario Kart per system. I mean, if you don't count Virtual Console, like original to a system. There's an obvious reason why Mario Kart 8 can't, why there's a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch, because Mario Kart 8 originally came out on the Wii U, and I screwed up there. Mario Kart 8 originally came out on the Wii U. When it came to the Switch, they were like, hey, we want the game to actually sell. And I think it's actually, if I'm not mistaken, it's still like the best-selling Mario Kart or best-selling Switch game or something like that. It's over here. But yeah, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has sold so well, so Nintendo's probably like, well, we don't need a Mario Kart 9 right now. Maybe, I don't know. Things could be a bit delayed, but hopefully. Now, it's possible. Maybe they'll end up pulling a Zelda game and having the next Mario Kart be a cross-platform, or, a cross-gen game. I don't know that for sure, but we'll see. Ooga chaka, ooga ooga, I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me. I don't know. Apu win. Reading a message here. Stretching my legs here. Oh. I gotta announce that every time, apparently.
Congratulations! You win a trophy!
Alright. Now to randomize, and we get Crash in that outfit. I think that's Beanock's outfit. I could be wrong, but I believe so. I think it seems a little more hidden this time around. I think this area used to be an igloo in the original, if I'm remembering correctly. I kind of wonder who decided on time being, like how many minutes, how many hours in a day and all that stuff. Like how many minutes make an hour, how many hours make a day, and how many days make a month or a week, I mean, and then how many weeks make it, all that stuff, you know? Like, I wonder who decided on that. Like, you know, like someone decided that 60 minutes makes a minute, or 60 seconds makes a minute, and 60 minutes makes an hour. But then it's not 60 hours that makes a day, it's 24 hours that makes a day. And but then 7 days makes a week. And then, you know what I mean? Like, and then kind of alternating with the time of, you know. Let's see. Got a message, but I will answer it after I am done racing. I know for sure it's not an important thing. Well, I don't know. Well, I keep forgetting those boxes back there, but that's okay, because I'm not going to try to get them all with the, because I'm mainly just using this account for adventure mode, and, you know. And getting all the boxes would require going into every single track in the game, which is outside of adventure mode. A lot of them are. You know, I will say I do like how it's more randomized whenever you're racing on this game. Like, if you're doing like arcade mode or this mode and stuff, like they'll more so randomize the how the characters look rather than just having their regular outfits and stuff like standard, you know. Like you've got alternate costume like Tiny. Well, you got alternate skins of like Tiny and Cortex. Engine looks, you know, pretty much the same as this usual stuff right now, but then Coco and what's his name, Polar are both like wearing alternate costumes, and I just like how it's randomized. I don't remember for sure if the characters are in, like, if it's more than just the ones you normally race. I didn't really pay attention to that. I think these are the ones that you just normally race anyway. The ones that are actually part of the adventure mode. But, you know. I do feel like they could have at least had DLC of, Nitro-Fueled, or Nitro Kart's, campaign. I feel like they could have also had that, like maybe once you play, or either that, or if you play through this one, you unlock Nitro Kart's story. I don't know, you know, I don't know how well that would have worked out, but like, I'm happy with the final product in general. Just messaging stuff. She'll be right back. Oh, cutscene.
So, you've beaten all the other racers on these tracks. Well, now you'll see why I'm the most feared driver on this circuit. I'll earn the right to fix Oxide by crushing you into break dust. Let's race.
If I'm not mistaken, I could absolutely be mistaken. That may have been Mark Hamill talking. I could be wrong on that, though. I don't know. It might be Mark Hamill talking for Komodo Joe there. I was thinking I saw it somewhere that it was supposed to be Komodo Joe. It was supposed to be Mark Hamill, but I can't remember. So anyway, the Golden Wumpa Rush. Ah, shoot. Well, I got hit. You know, so he did that before getting a box. He started that out before getting a box. It's almost like they programmed it to where it doesn't matter that much. Let's see here. I'll be right back, folks. Well, alright then. Anyway. I was watching a Tiki Talk that someone sent me. A friend of mine sent me. Oh shoot. Oof. Oh no. I feel like this is a little more fair, at least when it comes to some things. When it comes to these racing games, like, you don't slow to a crawl. Like, you're not like absolutely stopped and then you slowly go back to your speed. No, in this one, you're actually still kind of going even after you get hit. You're still kind of like, you have to pick up speed again, of course, but it doesn't take that long to pick up the speed. It's just kind of, you know, I hate when racing games make it to where you're just like going absolutely slow as can be and picking up speed. The acceleration is just so slow. That kind of gets on my nerves in most of these racing games.
You're not so slow after all. Surprised me you did. Here's A key for the win. Still, I think you're not fast enough to outrace Oxide. We're going to lose our planet, and it'll be all your fault.
All right. So anyway, stretch. Little Joe. Mustard. Kind of dark mustard there, but you know, there's different types of mustard. Now to randomize, but this time we're gonna choose Komodo Joe. Wait. I'm gonna be doing the crystal challenge first. Which is over here. Lucky Road. Feeling chatty? This one's also very hard to get all the crystals in. Let's see here. Sometimes I just don't even care. I just run through the nitros. It probably slows me down a bit, but you know, like I said about these racing games, it doesn't. About this game, it doesn't slow you so much that you're just like, you're just screwed, you know. Let's see here. Ah! That sounded even more intense when it was coming through my phone there. That little yell I just did. It's like I did that yell and then like I hear it on there. It sounds like you know. I mean not like that, but you know what I mean. Oh Lord. I'll get started again here in a moment. Let's give it another try. Let's give it another go. Ready? Go! Just thinking of Crazy Taxi. Let's give it another go. Ooh. Apparently Crazy Taxi, Crazy Taxi, I'm trying to say here. Crazy Taxi 3 is not so much a Crazy Taxi 3 as it is a greatest hits of Crazy Taxi in general, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's only got like one. Well, okay, maybe it is kind of a Crazy Taxi 3, but it's also kind of a remix, because, like, I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's only one new area. I think that's how it is in most of the... Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not, like, an expert on Crazy Taxi. Okay, please. Please don't be so slow, though, right now, so that... let me get this, okay. Woo! Was it yours from the beginning? Or are you just saying that? Alright.
Yeah.
That's right. So I'm gonna randomize it, but I'm still gonna choose Joe. And I'm just, you know, because I want to use him at least once in a race, at least once. Like I've been doing with some of the characters, and that one's a little hard. That one's a little bit tricky to get to. I get so many notifications on my phone, I get distracted by that, and I don't need to. Ugh. It's like what you have to do right here is you have to be quick enough, but then you have to jump at just the right time. You overshoot it, you know. You can get it. So we'll be unlocking a new character if I can get this. Whee! If one of these years I'll get it. There we go. Now then, let me return. Let me go back to Papu Papu's world. Or area. Track area, whatever they want to call it. Oh, I see. Okay. Let's see here. Right over here. King Chicken. I like how the different versions of King Chicken, of his alternate skins and stuff, are there's like King Turkey, King Pheasant, you know. I think that's how it is, or King Duck. I don't think there's a King Duck, but I don't know, think about it. There's not really any duck characters in Crash, is there? I'm trying to think if there's ever been. I'm sure there's been ducks in Crash, but I really pay attention to the fact that there may not be any duck characters. Anyway, we'll do this first. We're gonna use we're still gonna use Joe for now, just to, you know, just because. keep getting tempted to skip these, but I'm gonna try to save them for like first time I'm in the tracks and stuff. Ah, shoot. I can't tell what he's saying, but almost. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me right now? I have to reset the race if I can't catch up here. Catch up, excuse me, catch up. Some people say catch up. And there is a thing called ketchup or whatever, but like, you know. Game, can you give me something that'll actually? Yeah, this is definitely what I needed to help me get through this. To help me catch up. I mean, it helps a little bit, but still, I need a weapon of some kind, like some kind of. If y'all could quit breaking the boxes so I can get them. What? Ah! General Tiny. Whatever. Oh, shoot. Gosh darn it. Bruh, I swear. Oh, thank goodness I had a shield on that time. Yeah, back when this game first came out, which I actually got it on Xbox the first time it came out, or like I pretty much have all versions, but this was my first one of Nitro-Fueled, and I played the crap out of this game when it first came out. This was definitely my game of 2019. I love doing stuff like that. But yeah, this is definitely my favorite game of 2019. Yeah, we'll definitely be getting through this game. At least the first part of it, or like getting to Oxide today. Again, though, it just depends on. I'll probably end up saving the rest of the stuff. I mean, I'll get all the crystal stuff done, but like when it comes to other things, we'll just, you know.
Hey! Congratulations! You win a trophy!
little king chicken. For those of you who don't know, there's a character in Duckman called King Chicken. He's a reoccurring villain. I like how they had a comic book, online comic thing to explain like where the keys came from and like Oxide's plan and stuff, and then like working in the reason why characters from other games and stuff are here. Chickens are one of those punchline or punching bag animals, you know, ripe for jokes and, you know. Well, everyone's gotten ahead of me. Shoot for. And there's no way I'm going to be catching up to that thing right now. I have to wait again to be able to break it. I mean, I don't know why I'm so concerned. Mother fudging. Gosh, trucking. Cover up words, I don't know. I am doing wonderfully as King Chicken right now. Oh, there we go, I got it. Now I can concentrate more on the race. I flatten you. No, I can't. What did I get every shit? I got all, I earned all the shortcut achievements, apparently. Don't think, obviously y'all didn't see it, but I did. I did it, thank you, thank you. Alright. King Turkey. Chicken just kinda Chilling there.
Congratulations! You win a trophy!
I think this is one of those randomized characters where it's like it'll either be, you know what? There's a certain character that I haven't unlocked yet. So let me go to, well, first let me be sure that it's all saved. I auto saves, but you know what I mean. You know the feeling. So let me go up here, save it real quick. There is a character that I need to unlock through cheating. Believe it or not, that's the only way to unlock the character. Alright, so let me quit real quick. Let me real quit. And let me look that up. Excuse me. Pinta Penguin code. Okay. Pinta Penguin. Let's see. Down, right, Y, down, left, Y, up. Shoot, I was in the wrong area. Alright, I'm in the right area now. Alright. Down, right, Y, down, left, Y, up. Okay. Where do I need to be? What? Shoot. Let me check this real quick. I think you even get an achievement for unlocking a character like this. Let's see. Pinta Penguin. Okay. Try this again. Okay. Do I need to hold certain buttons down or anything? Okay, I do, yeah. Alright. Down, right, Y, down, left,
Yay,
Y,
Penguin, I won!
There we go. That worked out. Okay, you don't get an achievement for it, but that is the way you unlock Pinta Penguin. Pinta Penguin. So now we're gonna use, yeah, Pinta. As soon as it loads. Alright. There's Pinta.
Yes!
I like how they still kept in the joke, like how the Penguin Yay 1 and Penguin Yay 2 and all that stuff. And what that's a reference to is you use cheats to unlock Pinta Penguin. You can unlock Pinta Penguin in the original one, but it's a very broken character, and they didn't use all the sounds and stuff, or they didn't like have the time to fix it all. So they cut out the character and stuff, but like if you use cheats to unlock him, they mostly just use like some generic penguin noises or generic noises that they use for other penguins, like in Crash and stuff. But if you use, one of the things is a male voice going with a deep voice going, Penguin Yay 1, Penguin Yay 2, which you know, like, supposed to be stand-in voices and stuff. Like how they just kept that in the game though. But it is kind of interesting that you have to unlock the character, in this, as far as I know of, you have to unlock the character by using the cheat. Like, that's the only way to unlock Pinta Penguin in this game. There are alternate costumes that you can buy for Pinta, but like you can't. You have to use cheats. You have to use that cheat code to unlock him in general. But at least that's another character you get to use without having to use your Wampa coins and stuff. Yeah, there's Penguin A1. Ah, shoot. No, crash. Stay back now. Haha! Haha! I got an achievement for it. I didn't even intend on that happening, but I did it. Wow. You all witnessed that. I'm not sure if he says Penguin Ye 2 though. I know he says Penguin Ye 1 in this version, but I don't know if he says Penguin Ye 2. Wow! I think that used to be considered a shortcut there, but now it's not, I guess. It's a little alternate route you can take. Dial in his firefighter outfit.
Yay, Penguin, I won!
Blue Jay. Pinta Blue Jay. What a trophy. Excuse me.
Congratulations, you win a trophy.
Now back to the actual randomized character select. boom, 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 bombs away. I never really realized, like, I never really thought about it. I never pay attention to the fact that they're called bowling bombs because, like the bowling bombs are, shoot, what am I trying to say here? Because I mean, you do bowl them and they're bombs, so bowling bomb. I just saw them as just bombs. Ah! No bowling bombs. Ah! Cortex, you. Good lord, come on, guys. Let's not pick on me now. Because I'm beating you all. Beating your asses. This is what makes it slow, but at least it's a hazard, not like a every time you take a little bump, then you know, lose all momentum. Momentum. I love it whenever you pause it in the original version of this game, like the PS1 version. Whenever you pause it and then unpause it, there's like a glitch. It goes, whoa! You know, for some reason, it does that. Then, like, as you do it more and more, something gets a little louder and louder. It's like the music goes, whoa! You know. place to drive. Ugh. Dingo, dingo, dingo.
Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Hey!
What, you call that racing? Forget about it. If you's gonna race Oxide, you's gonna have to get past me first. I'm the speed champion here, and I'm gonna save the world. For a sizable fee, of course.
Alright. So we're using blue-haired Coco. And probably to race Oxide, I'll probably be using maybe to race Oxide, I'll probably be using Pinstripe. Already done did see that. Get ahead of me. Don't get ahead of me. Oh dear. Oh shoot. Almost made it there. Almost made it there without falling, you know. I never actually paid attention to as a kid to the fact that he's like the mafia type, but then again I was a kid and I was learning things. This ways.
It's done.
So, you doubt you'll be this lucky with Oxide. Here's a key for your troubles. Ah, brother.
Brother. Whee!
The little terror vermin has finally collected all the trophies to become world champion. What took you so long? Now we prove who the fastest driver really is.
Unlocked pinstripe, charcoal, pinstripe thing, and I will be right back. Just a moment, folks. Alright, one more thing. And we're good. Alright. Back to the game. Now to race Oxide as Pinstripe. I do kind of want to use a different cart though. Let's use this. Seems fitting, kind of, in a way. That's good enough. Ah, Oxide's challenge. Hop it away. I will do the crystal challenge after I face Oxide. Here we go. But that's cheating! But you can't do that, that's against the rules. Not that it matters because I'm already ahead of you. Oh gosh, nose. Ugh. Yeah. What do you know? It is Pinstripe that's gonna save the world, isn't it? But I don't think he's doing it for a sizable fee. He's doing it for a just because I've got control of him. I don't know. Let's just take a casual drive. Not really much here in terms of hazards, is there? This track. Kind of interesting. I mean, yeah, there's bottomless pits and stuff, but like, you don't really have anything that like hurts you on the track, you know, the track itself. But we're done, folks. That. Well, I guess you are speed champion, aren't you, Pinstripe? Ooh. Power Slide Master.
Ah! I can't believe you beat me. I never lose.
How embarrassing! I'll be the laughingstock of all Gasmoxia!
Fine. Your miserable planet stays gushy and green. At least you still haven't gathered all my time relics.
Until you've collected all of those and race me again, you'll never be able to claim you are the fastest.
This won't be the last time you'll face nitrous oxide. We will meet again.
I will be in Crash 4. No, we're not looking at the credits just yet. There are some interesting things. Credits in this game last so long. Well, what do you know? I'll check that out another time. But yeah, the credits last a long time in this game. So I think we'll be skipping the credits, at least after the little commentary they give about all the characters, or at least the ones from the original CTR. To perfection. Nitrous oxide. Guess we'll use oxide for doing the last crystal challenge. While I'm doing this, I'm just wasting everyone's time. Yeah, just imagine having like a track of all it with all these combined, you know?
Survival of the fastest!
Survival of the fastest! Or at least have like some sort of like battle arena per like a few battle arenas that match the how these look, like use these ways to do that. Nitro Court. This one is actually not as hard as the other ones. Watch me I'm saying that, and then I'll end up, you know. Ah. Well, I'm gonna get the outer ones first. Yeah, it does kind of waste time there, but you know, it's whatever. I have no clue if kids even say that. I doubt it though. Ah! I was not intending on hitting that time. Alright, I think that's everything here. Alright, there's that one. Oh wait, I didn't get that one. Yeah. Two more. I think I know where they're at. Yep. Well, there's one right here. And that one.
Didn't stand a chance.
There we go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, after all the loading stuff happens, I want to thank you all for watching this this playthrough of, well, you know, this part of the playthrough of Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled. But next time, I will be finishing up Adventure Mode, and we'll be done with, well, at least with this account's Nitro-Fueled, you know. But hold on, I got a couple of things to do first out here before I officially stop. But this has been an enjoyable ride so far, because I like this game. But after this, I am definitely going to get something to eat because I am hungry as can be. Well, you know. Blue hyena crash. Alright. First I want to just randomly do this so next time I do play it, I'll have the legacy music on. Just because. It is a little cleared up in this version. You notice, like, it does sound a bit better. I mean, it is on newer hardware, but like, it does sound a bit better than on the original version, the original PS1 game. Oh. I'm trying to get back to the first area to driving through like this to get prepared for whenever I do the other tracks and stuff. Alright. The one thing I'm going to be doing is, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, first I'm going to go to the pit stop. That'd be cool, but I don't have enough for that. So let's unlock Nina Cortex. Let's unlock Baby T. And that's all we can unlock right now. Well, okay, I might be able to get paint job. And that's it. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks, and I will continue this possibly tomorrow or just next time I can continue it. But until next time, if you're watching this on YouTube, like and subscribe. If you haven't yet, then go ahead and follow me on Twitch to see these possibly live. And thanks for watching, and ending the stream now.